Well, good day to you, computer science students. I'm glad to have you in my course this summer. Looking forward to it. My name is Bob Williamson. I'll be your professor for CS501 the 7 weeks this summer. So we're going to have a website that will direct most of our educational information from and to. So here it is. And I will share this link with you in our week 1 email. So you'll have access to this SharePoint assignment. So let's kind of go through this a little bit. We have our main page right here, AP Computer Science Principles, and as you go down through this, it's going to have your weekly materials that will be your responsibility to get through and to do the tutorials for these. So each week you will see an email that will disseminate the information that you will need for that week and all the assignments with deadlines. So week 1 will have information about what is computer science. Here's a maze, several PowerPoints here. This will help you get your App Inventor linked to a device and your computer. So go through this. These are all steps to get you set up for this interface. Very important that you have this ready to go right off the bat. And so you'll get that link from the website here, Introduction to App Inventor, and Setting Up. Both of those will help you get ready for the course. These are what you have our tutorials. So these are written versions of what we will be doing for programming. Our first one is Hello Per, so it will tell you through the tutorial how to build this application. So that's the kind of the gist of the main page. You will see that there are instructional materials as well as tutorials. Again, I'll throw out all this. As we move along here, the next tab is our coding assignments. These are going to be our major projects that will be graded, and it'll be a large chunk of the grade will be associated with these projects here. So the course will take you through 2 different platforms. We have the the App Inventor projects, and we also have processing projects. So you'll have these variations, and you're going to build your own application. And in processing, we have 2 major projects that we'll be working on here, Yin Yang Sketch and the rainfall simulation. As we go through to the next tab, reading assignments, you'll see here that there are several links to help you out with this. This first link here is a link to purchase the book App Inventor to create your own Android apps. It is not necessary for the course. It would be only if you felt like you wanted to dive deeper into the material that we're going to be covering. This is a processing textbook. It as well is not needed for the course, but this is actually a textbook. If we were to go into here, you're going to find that it is a book that will be helpful when you get into the processing program and getting started with processing. It's a great book, and I've given you a link to that one. Now down here, these are going to be our reading assignments. We have 6 chapters that we're going to read from the book Blown to Bits. So this is the book in its entirety here. If we open this up, it's a large file, but you can see that it is your Blown to Bits book. And so for each chapter, you will have reading response questions from this book here. Now, some of the chapters have links to just specifically that chapter, and you're fine to use that. Say chapter 1 will link us to chapter 1 Blown to Bits, and that will take us straight to a 1 chapter pull from the book. So you can go either route. Take it from the if there is not a link in the reading response, then go to the book for that chapter. But if there is a link, just simply use the link to get to the reading material. Resources here. This is going to provide you some information for your App Inventor when we start doing our database. Here are several database examples that we can use. Here are some sample build your own applications with a presentation. And here is material that we will be used for when we begin our processing program. The syllabus, I want you to take a look at this here. This is a course syllabus for my high school. Now feel free to use this if you do decide to teach this course at the high school level. It's slower for high school students. They get a lot more time. So the timeline on this syllabus would reflect the timeline for a high school classroom, not our summer school program. But again, feel free to use that, change the names up, and you can use this syllabus should you teach this course at your high school. Like as we're seeing here, week 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 through 5, almost all of that is covered in our first week of summer school. So it is much slower. what I want to take your attention to down here are this programming projects. We have two major projects. One is that you're going to build your own app in App Inventor, and the second project is that you're going to do a couple different things in processing. It's more of a text-based program, whereas App Inventor is a block-based program. In bold here is the key to our late policy. So if assignment isn't turned in before or on time, it's worth 100% of the points that you earn. Every day after the deadline, you will lose 5% of the points that you earn, and programs will not be accepted more than 4 days late. So take that into consideration when you're planning your summer and these projects, that we need to get them in on time. If you're not getting your things in on time, I will be contacting you to discuss options, and if you want to be proactive should you fall behind, please reach out to me and we can discuss what we can do about if you are falling behind. Okay, grading procedures, code of conduct, etc. This is all stuff that would be useful for a high school classroom. This course, CS501, is going to be an asynchronous course. We're not going to meet in person. It will just be communication through email and Zoom conferences, and you will just be interacting with me and the materials. So that's our syllabus here. Now what you might see in some of the videos that I have linked to throughout the course, you might see a reference to what might look like a website like this. Now this is an old website from when Professor Jane was teaching the course, and he was the department chair back then. So if you see a reference to this website, it is no longer active, and we need to just remember that this is the material that we're going to be using, and it's very similar. I try to keep it as close to as possible. You will receive information in my week 1 email as far as how to get a hold of me through my email and etc. So we can have a great summer. Looking forward to getting to know each of you, and I will be sending this out here shortly.